Ravens fans have always gone after the media and saying the media is way too harsh on Lamar Jackson. I think I'm finally ready to join you. Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Hard Foul Radio. Appreciate you for tuning in today. Time is valuable. Let's not waste any. Let's get right into it. The NFL puts out these random polls. All sports do it, but the NFL specifically put out this poll of random GMs, players, executives, and they put out your top 10 list of quarterbacks. And two things really stuck out to me. So we're going to start with the first thing. The depth at the quarterback position that we think is there, not actually there. The top four guys, I think we can all consensus agree on. I don't think anyone's going to give you too much of an argument. If you go top four quarterbacks, forget the order. Just go Mahomes, Brady, Rodgers, Russell Wilson. That's tier one of quarterbacks. Then they get into the 5 and 6 spot, and it's Josh Allen and Matthew Stafford. Well, I really like Matthew Stafford, and I think Josh Allen's going to be able to have another good follow-up year, but I don't think Josh Allen's the 5th best quarterback in football. I don't think Matthew Stafford's the 6th best quarterback in all of football. Then you go down the list, and Kyler Murray's at 10. Kyler Murray's in his 3rd years, never made the playoffs. I like Kyler, but is he one of the 10 best quarterbacks in football? And then I heard people arguing for it's like, oh, well, Baker should be on that list. Baker's made the playoffs once. A season ago, they were considering drafting another quarterback or benching him, and the Browns were usually better when he threw less and did less, and they ran the ball more. Okay. Dak Prescott is 7th. We all like Dak. Does anyone think Dak is in the tier 1 or almost tier 1-esque of quarterbacks? Or do we just think Dak is a good quarterback? We have this perception because this is one of the media's things is that, oh, there's so many quarterbacks. Everyone's throwing for all these yards. Look at how good they are. There's a big drop-off after those first 4 names. And as this last decade, a lot of the guys who have been in that conversation have retired or moved on. Manning, Rivers, Big Ben is just no longer what he used to be. Drew Brees retiring. This idea that there is still all these great tier 1 franchise, all-time Hall of Fame quarterbacks, it's just not true. There's 4 guys actively playing at a Hall of Fame level. 4 guys actively doing it. Brady, Mahomes, Rodgers, Wilson. After that, you have one great season of Josh Allen. You have an exciting season from Kyler Murray. Dak either wins, doesn't throw for much, or throws for a bunch and doesn't win. Stafford, who has a losing record through 11 seasons. I understand it's Detroit. Where is there's so many great quarterbacks? Now, to the second thing that I took away from this, and this is the one guy I will defend on the list, and I actually think should probably be at number 5. That's Lamar Jackson. I discussed this a little bit on the Real Big 3, but I want to go a little more in depth. Ravens fans, I owe you an apology. So all fans are psycho and all fans are fanatics, right? That's where the word comes from. And we're always going to defend our guy, and we're always going to feel like, oh, our guy's not getting the respect or the attention. Our guy's underrated, or fans go the other way and they just overrate the guy depending on what he's doing. And fans, and the Ravens fans, especially on Twitter and social media, have always gone after the media and saying the media is way too harsh on Lamar Jackson. I think I'm finally ready to join you. So there's a story that comes out. Lamar was playing football with kids in this community. I believe it's his own community. And the media came and took that story and said, why would you do this? You're about to make 100, 120, whatever his contract's going to be. You're going to make all this money. You're going to make generational wealth, and you're jeopardizing it. Didn't we love Michael Jordan for the love of the game clause? The fact that even though, yes, he was this, he was worth all this money, he just loved the game of basketball. He was this huge, important person, but he just loved the game of basketball so much that he wanted to keep playing regardless if it was on the NBA's time or not. It's that passion that he just had since a kid. And Lamar's doing it for more than just the passion. Like, there's a lot of reasons. And he said it himself. He'd rather be out there playing with the kid and the kids playing with him than the kids playing with guns. And the kind of neighborhood he was going to, he was trying to get a specific kind of kid off the streets away from certain activities. And that's what the media decided to come out and crush him for? Okay. I'm with you, Ravens fans. Let's also look at the fact they have him ranked, I believe it was number 8. He was below Stafford, Dak Prescott, and Josh Allen. Let's specifically go with the Josh Allen comparison because they're the same amount of years played. Lamar Jackson's won 80% of his games, a unanimous MVP, top 5 in passing and rushing touchdowns since coming into the league. That's been done by no one ever. Josh Allen came into the league and was bad. Got a little bit better, but was still bad. Then had an MVP season, MVP caliber season. And now the narrative around both these players are, well, Lamar still needs to get better as a passer. Okay. Fair critique, and Tony even mentioned this. If you want to say that Lamar can improve as a passer, that he can improve in this facet of his game, he said that's fine. Lamar would tell you he needs to improve in that facet of his game. But the fact that he's not recognized or acknowledged as a guy who's done something historical that's never been done, a guy who was a unanimous MVP, the fact they honestly just treat him like he is still the black kid playing quarterback, and that only gets you so far, it's a joke. Whereas Josh Allen, who, like I said, I think Josh Allen's going to be good. The Bills, I think, got a franchise quarterback. But Josh Allen having one great season has now propelled him to where when you know how the media talks about him now, the greatest quarterback prospect of the last 50 years. Where was that when he came out of college? Because last I checked, when he came out of college, he went 7th overall. And he wasn't even the first quarterback taken, and no one was considering him as the first quarterback to be taken. He actually had a lot more skeptics because he was coming from a small school and a small program, and there wasn't enough film on him, and he was inconsistent, and his accuracy wasn't there. Oh, but no, he's got one great season. Now he's up there with the Elways and the Lucks and the Trevor Lawrences in terms of how we think of him as a prospect. We didn't say that about Lamar Jackson when he had a unanimous MVP season. And to steal another line from Tony, it's okay to be wrong. Like, I was wrong about Lamar Jackson. I thought Lamar Jackson could work. Everyone that listens to me knows that I'm a huge Tim Tebow fan and what he was able to do in Denver, and I believe that kind of thing can work. Did I think that was Lamar was a slightly better thrower of the ball than Tebow was? Yes. So he had a higher ceiling than what Tebow could do. But if you put him in a run-heavy offense where he was allowed to be athletic and could throw the ball about 15 to 20 times, that could work. Did I think he was going to be a league MVP? No. I was wrong about that. Did I think he was going to be a franchise quarterback? No. And I was wrong about that. And I'm okay with being wrong about that. And then I can then change my opinion once I've acknowledged, hey, I was wrong, let's move on. But apparently the media feels like even though we're wrong, we're not really going to admit it. And so every time we get a chance, we're going to take another jab at him. Then we're going to take another jab. Then we're going to take another jab. You were wrong. It's okay. Admit it and move on. The way that they talk about Lamar, it's ridiculous, it's stupid, and it's just flat out wrong. Ravens fans, I'm with you.